Hey babes, welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. On today's episode, we are going to cover Bitcoin price action because it looks like we had a mini rebound, speak on the XRP court case with the SEC because the SEC has done something shady, and I've also got a crypto gem for you. It's actually something that we've spoken about on the show way back when. It's performed immensely well and has a robust ecosystem, and yes, I am holding a moon bag. Let's go ahead and get into it. This first story is from Bloomberg Quint, and it is basically talking about China injecting $18.6 billion into banking system during Evergrande's crisis. This is bad, you guys. I understand that they are artificially propping Evergrande up to go ahead and keep the economy moving, but realistically the numbers here are a little staggering and is really giving me 2008 vibes. I understand this is not happening in the United States, but that is kind of irrelevant because everything comes full circle. And according to the article, the People's Bank of China pumped 120 billion won, which is 18.6 billion into the banking system through reverse repurchase agreements, resulting in a net injection of 90 billion won. You guys, what the heck is going on? They're doing reverse purchase agreements, they're printing money, they're tossing money in to prop this company up, and it's absolutely wild. It's also saying further down, sentiment was also boosted after Evergrande's offshore properties unit said it plans to repay interest due Thursday on its local bonds. How are they actually able to pay for all of this stuff? There has been people from this company that were cashing out their investments early, doing a lot of shady and unscrupulous stuff. The fact that China is continuing to print money just like the United States, this is not going to end well, and it will continue to impact the rest of the world. I don't know about you, but I'm going to continue to follow this story, report on it, and speak on it because it is going to impact us as we are seeing the United States do something a little similar. The really crazy thing is with fiat currencies, whether it's a yuan, whether it's a US dollar, peso, whatever it is, these governments can continue to print as much as they want whenever they want. And that's not right. It is going to end in a massive crisis, and it's not going to end well. Just because they're able to artificially inflate this thing doesn't mean it is going to sustain. It will crash. And yes, we are seeing positive results on the stock market, but at the same time, this is not a good thing. It also looks like Bitcoin has responded positively to the news because this news from China is impacting the stock market. So Bitcoin is running up a bit. Currently, we have created that beautiful support at about $40,000. And we are currently retesting the EMA 100 at $43,800. However, we've got some heavy resistance here at about 45.6. And I want to see this flipped into support before I feel a little bit more bullish. At the end of the day, a scenario that I see more likely happening is just some kind of consolidation, probably in between about 42 to about 45 with maybe a tighter interval. Stochastic is looking good. MACD is looking like it wants to head up and bear cross, but it is not confirmed yet. Yes, it is a lagging indicator on the daily. Also taking a look at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart is actually looking pretty decent as MACD is getting a little bit closer to bull crossing and heading up. And I know some people frown upon this, but you can use patterns on some of these different indicators, and this would be called a descending wedge. And generally what happens is those can revert, they'll drop a bit and then they'll reverse and pop back up. I'm not saying to do this, but some people do like to do it, and they utilize these patterns on the indicators, which is fine. Do what works for you. Another thing that I am seeing on the 12-hour chart is even though the EMAs are headed downward, it does look like they might start to rocket upward. And we can kind of see this a little bit on the 4-hour chart over here. We're balancing beautifully on the EMA 9, testing the EMA 30, and then have the additional resistance here again at 45.6 and over here at about 45.44. Now, we need to continue to head up. We need to continue to balance on the EMAs, utilizing them as support, and essentially flip this area at 45.5. Me personally, I'm still a little bit cautious here, and until I actually see us do so, there's some things that are concerning. Probably the most concerning thing is that we successfully completed a bear cross on, or death cross on the EMA 200 and the EMA 100 on the 4-hour. Yes, it is a completely different time frame, but it is kind of important to note, and we do want to always see the lower EMAs stacked on top of the higher EMAs. And this is a pretty bearish setup on the 4-hour currently, as I would need to see confirmation. As bizarre as it is for me to say this, I'm rooting for Ripple, guys, and it is purely on their recent actions with the SEC. And I'm actually really upset for them that the SEC came out with this. Ripple suffers major blow after court denies access to crypto transactions of SEC employees. So a while back, Ripple/XRP, their legal defense told the SEC, we want to see all of your employees' transactions. We want to know if they've been trading crypto and what cryptos. Well, of course, the SEC denied access to it. The judge did, which is actually unfair. The fact that they are protecting their employees because of this court case is very unscrupulous. It's actually very embarrassing on their part, because to me, it's telling me that they are guilty. It's telling me that they knew their employees were doing things they shouldn't do, and they're protecting them. You don't get to tell one set of people to do something and a different set of people to do something. Number one, it's not fair, and number two, it is not cool. And this further goes to prove what scammers the SEC are. But let's go ahead and take a look at Ripple's price. All right, so this is the Ripple XRP daily chart. And we are currently testing our EMA 9, which is nice. However, I still need to see the same thing happen. I need to see us flip above this trend line here at about $1.04 and continue to climb up, as we're starting to see a little bit of resistance at about $1, which is the EMA 9. Now, taking a look at the 12-hour chart to get a picture of what's happening, we are looking okay, and MACD is getting ready to bull cross and head upwards. Now, again, similar thing. We really need to sustain this EMA 200, and we do need to flip above about $1.05 to continue this bullish price action. I would be cautious and patient here. If you're just a holder, you're somebody who's looking to accumulate more, I personally would set bids all the way down back to 52 cents. You might think, Wendy, that's crazy, but at the same time, you want to get the best deal for your money. And if there's some sort of scam wick down, you want to be able to buy that dip. Limit orders are your friend. This is my crypto gem, guys. It's called Gala. This is not sponsored. This is a bag that I have and I've had for quite some time. I rode this move all the way up back in September. This is where I was able to get in at. And the Gala ecosystem is doing absolutely amazing. As always, I recommend you do your own due diligence, do your research, but they have NFTs. They have a game that actually freaking works, which is amazing. And prices held up pretty well considering all the insanity that has happened. So, and also they were listed on Binance. We talked about that a while ago. We are above the EMA 200 on the hour chart, and we're actually looking pretty decent. We keep testing some of the lower EMAs, which is fine, and I've got some heavy support over here at about 10 cents. Me personally, I'm thinking that just as long as we sustain the EMA 200, we will continue to move upward and make some nice gains. However, I would still be cautious, because if Bitcoin decides to nuke at about 45.5, then we could have some problems. Now I'm going to get my fettuccine Alfredo lines over here and show you where we could head. So we've got the heavy support here at about 10 cents. We've got even more heavy support here at 9 cents. Me personally, I've always got limit orders set all the way down, because you never know what can happen. It is crypto. Another thing that I want to know is the next target, if we continue to sustain this price, would be about 12 cents. And then from there, you would see 14 cents, and then there would be a middle area over here at about 15 cents, and then 17 cents. I'm not saying we're going to hit these targets next week. I'm not saying we're going to hit them in a month, but these would be the plan. This would be the particular plan that I have for myself if I was interested in accumulating more Gala. But again, I've got a pretty decent moon bag. This segment is sponsored, and we are going to talk about Monsters Clan. We did a review on Monsters Clan about a week ago, and this project's actually really dope. I like the monster theme. I like Halloween types of stuff. I know it's not super Halloweeny, but I like the graphics. They are dope. And Monsters Clan is a virtual monsters NFT game based on a lifestyle of monsters in their own unique world. I always recommend you check out the white paper if this is something that resonates with you. It is also called the Grumpy Paper, and this is Mr. Grump over here. The platforms that support this project: Monsters Clan, #MONS, Google Play, the App Store, and then Windows and Mac, which is great. They are doing really awesome work. As far as other news regarding Monsters Clan, Monsters Clan NFT Place is going to be operational from October 11th, 2021. And anybody who's interested in the game can buy their favorite game NFTs, such as monsters, island plots, potions, feeds, etc. And they're going to have that marketplace that you can go ahead and utilize your mons. The project is available for purchase on PancakeSwap. And NFT sales are going to get started again October 11th in the Monsters Clan NFT Place. And then the alpha release of Monsters Clan NFT game will be released in December. So as far as their token goes, I do believe it is a utility token. If you are into gameplay, if you are into NFTs, this is something you may want to go ahead and check out. As always, make sure you join the communities first and you ask questions and you make sure it makes sense to you before you go ahead and ape in and just buy. Because if you join the community, you're not really feeling the community, then it might not be something for you. Overall, I like NFT games. This next story over here is from CoinDesk. Leaks sides show how chain analysis flags crypto suspect for cops. So it is called the Wallet Explorer, and it is a block explorer site secretly operating by chain analysis, and it has provided law enforcement with meaningful leads, the document says. So basically here, you guys, what they're doing is anytime any visitor visits this platform, what's happening is they're pulling your IP address. So if you're going to do anything in crypto, make sure you always have a VPN on. Always, because people are scrapping your data. You can use any crypto platform and they're able to track where exactly you are and possibly hand that information over to authorities. This is not a fun story to be speaking on, but at the same time, it was something that I did think is important for us to talk on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the check mark on YouTube. I will catch you guys later. And yes, I will be having an episode with a crypto tax attorney probably coming out next week. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye.